Yeah, of course, we need to, when we get in the final third, we need to be composed and keep calm, to find the right pass, and find the right player in the right position.
To survive against the big teams or in this league in general, Jonathan, you need to be strong and you need to be more aggressive. And in the first half, we for some reason we weren't aggressive enough. Second half much better, but then we need to play better football.
Really pleased with the performance. I think we dominated the game. I think we attacked a lot. We were getting the ball really high on the pitch, and we have a lot of situations that we didn't manage to create enough big opportunities from it. It's something that we have to improve, but we didn't concede nothing. I think it's one shot at the end from this hole that doesn't hit the target, and we were super. I think to do what we've done today against this team here, a be great for the team.
Yeah, another crucial win for Arsenal. Changed things around a little bit, didn't he, Mikel Arteta? Playing Trossard as a false nine, left out Nketiah.
Yeah, there was some terrific performances. Xhaka again, the durability of him, he plays every week, he's at it. Zinchenko was terrific, but it was a brave decision to play Trossard as a nine.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did. It helped them control the game. They dominated possession without being a real threat, especially in the first half. But he was reliable, he's intelligent, he's played this role once or twice for Brighton. We see him wide more often than not. This was early in the game when Arsenal were a bit deeper. When they want to get out, you've got to be reliable when you play up the top. And when the ball goes into him, he did this regularly, kept the ball, which allowed Arsenal to get up the pitch. But this is what I really like. He knows he's not the quickest to running behind, so he's looking for these spaces. Spatial awareness, game intelligence, and he doesn't just pop it off, he gets himself into the box, waiting for the crosses to try and score a goal as well. Hence the fact he's got a good goal-scoring record and why Arsenal brought him in. Again, look there, finding space. The Arsenal centre-half don't want to come out and engage with him because they don't want to leave the space for Martinelli and Saka to run in behind. I think that was crucial. Again, look, in these tight, good awareness of where people are. If Martinelli's a bit cuter there, he can slip him back in. And he was just at it. He had a point to prove. I think it was a really clever selection from Arteta. Again, finding the space. Good distribution out wide, and again getting himself in the box. He doesn't get the cross, but he's in the right place. He's trying to affect the game, and that's what you want from your forward players. The first opportunity, real opportunity he gets, we know a foul was given, but he didn't at the time. Look at this for a finish. Super technique. And in the second half, when they need a goal, it's a bit of a punt forward, a bit unlike Arsenal, if you like, but he's got out on the left wing. He's seen the space where the right back had gone. He waited for the pass. Can you produce it? Yes, you can, and you've given assist to Martinelli, who finished really well. But I think what's really good for Arsenal is that himself and Jorginho were in effect Plan B. Yeah. The recruitment wanted Caicedo from Brighton, of course, and Mudryk, who went to Chelsea. But they had the preparation and the foresight to think, OK, we can't get them, we've got another plan. And those two signings could be crucial if they're going to win the league. Yeah,
we saw his tweet there, didn't we, mentioning his goal. I must say, even as a Leicester fan, I thought it was very strange to overturn that with VAR. As for Leicester, well, they were well organised, but without Maddison... Funny enough, I did... in the group chat with my boys who are Leicester fans this morning, and when I got the team, and I went no Maddison, no hope, which is a bit negative, but it proved that way. They didn't create anything.
They've just not got that creative spark. I mean, Rodgers mentioned there in his interview about not aggressive in the first half, but if you just look at that, damning, the one that average goal scored is the 1.9 when he's starting, and 0.8 without him starting. It's completely a different team. I need to get him back as soon as possible. He's a real quality in this team. And I want to see more from Leicester. You know, when they won the league
Micah.
Years ago. I do. I want to see... And there's a team that everyone loved. It became everyone's sort of second team. And the crowd, and the energy from the crowd, it's just not there anymore. We need more.
Oh, all right. We're just going back to being Leicester City. That's
just how you like it.
Manchester City.
Just like quality at times.
Indeed, and that is a 9th away win for Arsenal already in this season. And dare we suggest it, Michael, it's the type of 1-0 away win that champions put together?
Yeah, and that they were famous for back in the day. Not so much in recent times when they've been a lot more expansive with their game. But that was a massive win today, really important, especially on the back of what's happened in recent weeks, you know, losing to Manchester City, dropping points. But then they bounced back really well with 2 big away performances. Never easy in the Premier League. So they're back and at it, and they don't look like they're suffering from any lack of confidence or any ill effects from those games. And this is going to be a cracking run-in from now to the end of the season.
From a finisher's point of view, how impressed were you with Martinelli's composure 51 seconds into the second half?
Oh, it's a really composed finish. It's that the Thierry Henry finish, isn't it? And yeah, all night we spoke about, once you get the chances and that, they've got to count, especially away from home in games like this. But you see when he goes through, I mean, it was just, it was brilliant. He makes the run here, touch, so composed, and just rolls it into the corner, goes across the goalkeeper there. But it was a really, really good finish, really composed.
Yeah, it's a lovely first touch from him. And look at his speed as well. I mean, he's miles behind his man, and then all of a sudden, lovely touch. Opens his body out and rolls it into the far corner. He said if that ball is a yard to the right, then I think it's Saka at the back post that taps in, and if not, then the goalkeeper might parry it into him as well. So that's the textbook finish when you're teaching someone how to score a goal, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Lovely through ball there from Leandro Trossard, who'd been given a start again by Mikel Arteta today. In the first half, he actually thought he'd scored his second Arsenal goal and given Arsenal the lead. Did you?
It was a beautiful goal as well, wasn't it? We all know that goalkeepers are protected. That's fine. I mean, when I watched it like that, I thought I couldn't see anything. But when you do look at the replay and zoom in, you can see. Is it Ben White?
Ben White on Danny Ward, yeah.
Danny Ward's arm. You can just see he's got his hand there across his glove, which enables him only to punch with his left arm.
So you're happy with that decision?
No.
I wasn't when I saw it to start with, but I can understand it now.
That was always my job, to be able to stand on the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But you're doing that to someone like David James, just grabbing you, pushing out the way. Do you know what I mean? So it was a little bit soft, to be honest, especially when someone scores a goal like that. And, it's just
Is it in the clear and obvious bracket?
Well, he's clear and obviously grabbed his hand, but, Yeah, I'm not gonna slate the referee. I can understand why he's disallowed it.
OK, so VAR looked at that, and that's what happened. They looked at this challenge on Bukayo Saka and were happy with the on-field decision, no penalty in the first half.
I thought this was a penalty, to be honest. I think if you watch it, I think Sven gets on the wrong side. I think he panics a little bit, to be honest. And I think he realises, actually, I'm on the wrong side. This is a good chance for the attacking player. You see here.
Harry suited the...
Yeah, I think he's just clumsy more than anything else. But I think that's a penalty for sure.
I almost think he either trips over Saka's leg there. I think they have a clash of legs, and then he falls into Saka and brings him down. Yeah. I think that's a penalty, He drags him down. I think that's a penalty. But again, when they don't give it, we're seeing a higher bar, and I'm not surprised that VAR didn't intervene, because, as I say, that bar is really, really high nowadays. But as a standalone decision, I think it was the wrong on-field decision to make.
But it mattered not in the end. How impressed have you been with Arsenal's mentality since losing to City?
Yeah, really good. And it's sort of, like Michael said before, it's not always easy when you're sort of like the two teams that have been at it all season. And everyone was looking forward to that game, and then you get beat like that. And then to sort of like show that resilience and that mentality to go again, they've been brilliant. And, recruitment in the summer, fantastic. Bringing players into the football club that know how to win. And since then, I mean, they've just been so good. Really enjoyed watching them play, to be honest.
Amazing as well, isn't it? I mean, you mentioned bringing in serial winners. Gabriel Jesus is one of those, and hardly kicked a ball. When he did, he was obviously very, very good. But hey, he wasn't, scoring hundreds of goals. But of course, his performances were great. But even with big injuries, they've managed to cope. I don't think it's the biggest squad, and barring him, I think they've done reasonably well keeping all their men fit this season. So I hope they don't get any serious injuries between now and then, because obviously that could derail them slightly. But in terms of their starting 11, it's very, very strong.
So, just as last Saturday, Manchester City played after Arsenal had won. City this week were at the Vitality Stadium to face Bournemouth. Here's how they did with Jim Beglin and Jim Proudfoot.